Okay, hey guys. Yep. So hello, welcome to another trade review. Shit, why is it upside down? Fuck. Hey guys, welcome to another trade review. And yes, today we'll be doing the 28th of July. Yep, 28th of July. What the fuck, man? 5 trades. Yeah. Okay, so let's start the trade review, and let's go back. Okay, and yep, just to show you guys that this is a live account. Okay, so yep, this is the M futures. Got account number, market is live. Here got M live, and this is the account balance 6872.31. Okay, so let's just note it down later. We can see how much is our profit. Okay, 6872.71. Okay, I'll just keep on putting it at the right here, right? 687. Okay, yeah, so I'll just put it right here, 6872.71. 6872.31. Okay, this is our account balance before, and later we'll have a look at the after one. Okay, okay, so let's go. Yeah, I'm just gonna run through all the 5 trades, and that will basically be it. Okay. Okay, so looking at this 15-minute chart, what am I seeing? We cleared some buy side here. We have already traded through the new week opening gap, went up. Then right now we have a displacement here. Okay, so we have a displacement here, and right now feels like here have relative equal lows, sell side. We have the previous day low also. So basically right now at the moment I will be looking for price to maybe reach for lower, because we clear the buy side here already. So now gun to my head, reach lower, because we have already worked inside the new week opening gap, and it looks like it it is not respecting it. Okay, so I'm favoring to the downside, the sell side here, and the previous day low. So right, this is what I'm seeing. And yes, because I see a 15-minute fair value gap here, so what I'm gonna expect, here is that I want to see how price trade into it. Have any rejection at the quadrant levels here, especially the one coinciding with the new week opening gap, then only I'll expect lower prices. Okay, yeah, but first guys, let's have a look at the the forex calendar for today. Okay, I mean, let's go to my journal. Yes, we do all journals. I journal every single trade, and yes, right now as the date you can see is literally like 2nd of November. Okay, so as you can see this week, what do we have? Monday, there's nothing. This is 20th July. This is the day we're trading. And tomorrow and Tuesday we have 10 news. Wednesday we have NFP. And then Friday we have NFP. So usually on NFP, what are we gonna expect? Usually on NFP we are gonna trade on the we're gonna be more likely to trade on the Monday. Yeah, you might likely get nicer runs on the Monday when it's Friday NFP. Okay, and when it's NFP, you wanna get done by Wednesday. That's why, like ICT always say, and that's what we do, right? Just follow the rules. Yeah, 5 trades. Oh, 2525. First time using NQ to enter SMP. Yeah. So this is what I'm going to talk about later. Like remember ICT got talk about in his 2022 model about how is he using the fair value gaps in Nasdaq to enter in SMP, or use the fair gap in SMP to enter in Nasdaq. Okay. Yeah. So we talk about something like that. So that's the trade. That's the thing that I'm gonna have in mind going forward that I want to talk about. So we're just gonna find out the trade. So at the moment, if I'm looking for bearish trades, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait and see how price fish inside here. Okay, so any trade that I enter short here, right? I'm gonna say that it's not a good trade. Okay, so this is just the me now and November looking back at the trade that I done in July, and this is right now what I see, because high time frame is always parent to low time frame. So basically I will want to see how is price going to react inside this 15-minute fair value gap, then only that will tell me what I want to do. Okay, so basically, okay, so basically let's keep on going. So right now, that's what I'm saying. If there's any trades that I take inside this which is not in this 15-minute CB and rejected below first, I won't consider it as a good trade. Okay, because right now I'm aiming for bearish down here, this fair value gap, like, and this sell side, like I said earlier. Okay, so we're just gonna wait and see what we can see there. Okay, so forex looking firm to the downside. We have many sell sides. We have many sell sides there. Okay, so I say what, forex looking bearish and dollar looking bullish. So we can do it. We can do it. Okay. Okay, so right now, in this is the RTH and it's 9:37. So we're gonna draw the first presented fair value gap. This is the 15-minute chart still. Okay, buy side is cleared. So remember the initial account balance 6275.31. Okay, so this is the first presented fair value gap right here. So we have already reached the CE of the new opening range gap. Okay. Wait, really? Oh, sorry, this is still ETH. Okay, this is still ETH. Okay, so this is the new opening range gap. Okay, there, draw it. Maybe it was too fast for you guys, right? Okay, here to here to here, this is the new opening range gap. Okay, so usually new opening range gap, what are we gonna expect? We want to see CE of it being traded too. So as you can see here, we bounce it at the CE of it many times today. And right now, there is no first presented fair value gap yet. We will always wait for the first fair value gap to appear first. If not, we won't do anything. Okay? I hope that's very clear to you guys that what I'm seeing. So basically, right now I'll stay sidelines, not going to do anything. And if I want to see, as I said, I want to see price reach into this 15-minute CB first. Okay? So right now we're below the previous day low. Yes, and this is the sell side that I'm looking at. Okay? So here, 4 hour we have a fair value gap also. Okay, will I take it away? Okay, so you can see 4 hour we have a fair value gap here, here to here. So right now, according to the ETH chart, ETH meaning electronic hours one, yes, 4 hour BC here. So my trade idea is bearish, bearish, bearish only. Okay, bearish, because I see this 4 hour BC. So any buy trades before this price trade into this 4 hour CB, I'm not gonna take it as a good trade also. Okay, so let's see. We still haven't seen our first trade yet. Okay, so let's fast forward and see the first trade. Okay, we're running through. Okay, now looking like the order flow is pretty bearish. At the previous day high, we got fair value gap here. Okay, we got a fair value gap here, which bodies respected it beautifully. Here shoot through a bit, shoot through inside the previous before the fair value gap. Okay, all balanced price range. Another small fair value gap right here, coinciding with the new opening range gap upper quadrant level. Okay, and then yeah, so that's what we're seeing for now. Order flow looks bearish, but again, I will want to see how price reach into that 15-minute CB up there first. Okay. Okay, so yes, only I will be only interested in entering short if price reach inside the CB here. Okay, so let's just wait and see. Okay, remember when there's wicks, you must draw the wicks. Okay, so I'm measuring out the wicks here, and I'm going to measure how heavy is price does it really want to reach back into the CB? Okay, now dollar's pulling up. You can see dollar is going up here. Yeah, this is DXY here. Oh guys, you guys cannot see it. Okay. Yeah, here this is DXY, Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P. Okay. I pop myself up here a little better. Okay, yeah, maybe I pop myself up here a bit first. Okay, let's put myself up here. Okay, so basically, yep, we got a fair value gap here, market structure shift, fair value gap, and we got this new opening range gap here. Okay, so we finally have that first presented fair value gap form here. Okay, so right now we'll see will we want to use the first presented fair value gap to reach lower for here. Right now that's the trade idea. Okay, because right now we closed below the first presented fair value gap here, so I want to see if the price want to come up here, then should lower to clear for the last Friday sell side, which is the relative equal low also. Okay, yep, so that's my first trade idea. But okay, this trade I think is pretty okay. But for the stop loss placement, it has to be at least above here, man. Yeah, here the stop loss place here a bit too, how to say, but then we shall see. Okay, let's say 6427 and stop loss has to place at 6. Okay, let's say 6427 and the stop loss has to be placed at 6430. Okay, so 3 handles. But again, we form a CB right here. Actually, I can use this first fair gap to enter. So why is a 3P theory here? I would have entered this straight, okay, here. What? No. 6427 stop loss, yes, I can place it here. 6429. But the safest stop loss is definitely above here. Okay. Stop loss placed above here. Yeah, it's okay. And again, this fair value gap form, and this is the CE of the new opening range gap. Okay. Okay, so we got the C of new opening range gap here. We got the fair value gap here. Okay, so actually this fair value gap we can enter, but I was demanding for better entry. Yeah, I was demanding for the first presented fair value gap to be touched, but looks like we didn't touch it. So actually I will enter at this one here, and stop loss can place here, but the safer one will be here. So let's say 6430. 6430 is basically within 4 handles. Yeah, I'll put it at there first. Cause dollars pulling higher, everything is okay. Okay, but very nice. Okay, very good. I got filled at here at the first fair gap. Okay, Nasdaq looks firm to the upside. Okay, I closed the trade. Why did I close the trade? Very good. Why did I close the trade? Because we closed outside of the first presented fair value gap. Okay, so here I closed the trade with a small loss. Okay, so this I super proud of myself. Super fucking proud of myself that I did it. Fuck. Okay, yep, look at that. Just like that. Just thinking the same. Damn. So this is the first trade, okay? This is the first trade, guys. So the first trade is minus 6.75. Yeah, test my reaction. I'm gonna get it out. Hey! One more time. Just one last time. Okay. Minus 6.25. This is the first trade, okay? So I'm gonna record down. This is the first trade. Okay. This is trade 1. Okay, so let's see where's the second trade. But definitely, okay, after that we rejected below. Right now, me looking at this trade, closing the trade is okay. Actually, it's good also. But if it's the now me, I wouldn't have closed the trade, and I will keep my stop loss above here first. Yeah, I'll just leave it above there. Yeah, I'll just leave it above there because we can overshoot because there's a new week opening gap and also there's a new opening range gap high. So unless price close above the new opening range gap high, then I'll pop the trade. I'll close the trade right away. Yeah, so this is called giving allowance. But definitely this one don't. That means if price do this already, right, I'm gonna expect rejection like what you're seeing right here. And then my stop loss, I'm gonna shift it down a bit already because right now my stop loss I'll shift it to maybe right here already. Why? Because right now we already have this kind of reaction. Okay, we have this kind of reaction, and if it had rejection lower, I'm gonna just shift my stop loss out here because right now I don't want to see it come out anymore because it's already not that favorable. But this way that I close the trade also very good. Okay. Anyway, right now I want to see price just trade through the new opening range gap low because dollar is pulling higher. Okay, dollar is pulling higher. Right, dollar is pulling lower. Dollar is pulling higher. It's just Nasdaq. Yeah, it's just Nasdaq. Nasdaq is not showing me firmness to downside. But right now I want to see, yes, I want to see it start close. I want to see it close below this new opening range gap. Have a candle closing below like that. Okay, we got a small fair value gap. This small fair value gap. Will I enter this small fair value gap? Actually, it's okay also. But right now dollar is pulling lower. Okay, so not very good. So this trade is not a very good trade because Nasdaq not showing firmness to the upside. No, no, this trade is a big no. Okay, this trade is a big no. Why? Because remember what I said. Yes, right now we stop at the CE week. Okay, yeah, I know it's a bit messy, but you can just bury this. Here at the CE week, rejection below. Here probably at the lower quadrant of this week, rejection below. So that tells me price maybe might not want to reach for this in the short term. But again, we still cannot have no proof for that because remember it's just 9:59. What for am I rushing entry? The silver bullet is at 10 o'clock. Because to be honest, if we didn't really trade inside this 15-minute CB, yeah, this is the 15-minute CB. Pop here, fair value gap. Okay, fair value gap. Also another fair value gap. So bodies is looking, but it's not showing the firmness that we want to see. Usually 15-minute trade, right, it should just boom, boom, boom very nicely. Because 15 minutes showing firmness already. So 10 o'clock is coming. Yes, wait for the time. Right now it's already 10 o'clock. Then now only we watch because Nasdaq is not showing firmness to the downside. Yes, that is one thing. Dollar also looking pretty firm downside. Nasdaq not showing firmness downside. Okay, Nasdaq showing firmness to upside. So this trade is not a good trade. No, no, no. The first trade is okay, and I'll close it, and I won't enter this second trade already. Okay, so yes, I got stopped out. Definitely now I know I got stopped because first Nasdaq is firm upside. Okay, and that Fulcrum point that I measured, where did I measure? Okay, so this Fulcrum point from here to here. Okay, from here to here, we can measure a 1.25 level. You'll get it here. Okay, from this swing low to this swing high. Fulcrum point, we got 1.25 level somewhere here. Later you will see it. Okay, because look at Nasdaq. Nasdaq is not firm downside. Yeah, so this trade is not a really good one. Okay, now if you see, yes, this is the 1.25 level. Right to the fucking tick. 1.25 level is the retracement level. All 0.25 level are retracement levels. Okay, so that gave me confidence to switch gear, but I want to see will I pull out the P&L. Okay, so right now our total loss for second trade total is $20 now, guys. So the second trade is $14 loss. Okay, right now because we traded above the BC, then that tell me okay maybe because we reached the 1.25. So this trade idea that I'm going to press long, basically first we reached the Fulcrum point 1.25 level retracement level, and then we got a 15-minute BC. We got the first presented fair value gap right at the new week opening gap high, guys. Take note, take note, guys. This new week opening gap is the most, in this fair value gap is the most strongest one. Okay, the first presented fair value gap that stops right at the new opening range gap level, that stop right at the new week opening gap level, or any daily time frame weeks or fair value gap quadrants level, that is all bangers idea. Okay, so yes, I will definitely enter this trade right now, and then just a small scalp to reach for the 15-minute CV. Okay, then only reaching down for a sell, because right now what am I seeing? Yes, it's been bearish, the order flow, but look at how sloppy and how choppy is it in when dollar is pulling higher. That makes no sense, right? Because Nasdaq is not showing firmness to downside. That's why price they just pull over like that. That means we have we might have reasonable retracement. Okay, so here I'll see if there's any SMT or not with Nasdaq or what. Look at the new opening range gap low. Bam, bam. Look at that. And here minor sell side is cleared also. Bam. Okay, first at 1.25 level, bam. Okay, so I will enter long here. Okay, I don't care, I don't know if I enter now or not, but I'll enter long here. At what price is this? 6428.5, and my stop loss will be placed at 6424 or 6423.75. So it's just roughly less than 5 point stop loss. I'm going to take it. Okay, so let's see whether I enter long or not. Okay, very good, very good. Nope. You see, but this stop loss area is not very good, because it's, look at here, look at here. This stop loss I don't like. Why? First we got, yeah, here you got immediate rebalance. If you guys can see here, immediate rebalance here, which looks like that. Lap, then little lap, then little lap. Okay, you see here and here is all at sticking together. See, this is called an immediate rebalance. Okay, that means there's nothing. Wait, this is a suspension block. Sorry, like this and touch. Okay, yeah, if there's volume balance in between two, it's a suspension block. Okay, no. So immediate balance is something like here. You can see here, immediate rebalance right after touching the new opening range gap low, right after touching the 1.25 retracement level. So we are all, and we are close above this first fair value gap. As price straight into it, bam, very good long. This is a very good long, but my stop loss will be placed at least here. Okay, I don't have to place at 44224, but I want to place it at least 6424.5. Okay, so this is 6428.25, so it's less than 4 handle. So yeah, so this is going to be a 4 handle straight. Okay, and I'm gonna, yes, reach for the buy side here. No, I'm gonna aim for the 15-minute CB right up here, or at the very least the new opening range gap lower quadrant here. Okay, so this trade I can tell you definitely is gonna it's gonna be a good one. Okay, why? Let's see. Okay, even though it's not following Nasdaq. Okay, so this is not really high probability trade, but based on the market, you know, we have a 15-minute CB above us and price is likely to retrace higher. That's definitely. So there we go. So yes, oh, good job. I think I did switch up. Okay, and it's 10:04. Using the first presented fair value gap as the silver bullet. First presented fair gap is as the silver bullet. Aiming for the 15-minute CB. That's what I'm aiming for right now. Okay. Okay. That's the trade. Okay, so very good. Okay, so very good. We close above the new opening range gap low, high close above new opening area gap high. Okay, very good. Right now I want to see support shoot higher to here. Okay, so here we're gonna expect this fair value gap to act is version. Why? Because I'm aiming for here. I'm aiming for there. So definitely I want the CB to act as support. So you have to close above it, close above act as support, then reach up here to the 15-minute CB. And here what I measured is the fulcrum point. From here to here we get levels. Okay, -1 level is right above this buy side level, and then 1.5 level is right above the 15-minute CB level, and 1.25 level is right before it. So we will aim the 1.5 level here. Okay, that's the as the terminus. Okay, very nice reaction. 10:05 now. We are inside 9:50 macro. Okay, very nice, very nice. Good. I pull up the buy side a bit, very nice, but I would have pulled it up more to reach here. Okay, for the 15-minute CB. Because dollar is pulling lower now. We are in symmetry. There we go. Okay, so right now what I'm gonna see is this fair value gap right here. Okay, this fair value gap here. I want to see it support. Don't fully trade into it, or it can maximum is just half of it, half midpoint of it. Bam. Because this is a balanced price range, okay? The CB here finally we trade above it, so it's gonna reach up there. Because dollar is pulling lower, guys. So if you see dollar is pulling lower, so look at that. Dollar lower. Dollar is lower. Dow. Nasdaq also a bit more choppy, but it's still going higher, right? It's not pulling lower, right? That's all that matters. Okay. I'm confident it's going to reach for the 15-minute CB. Okay, so now this is 5 minutes. So what can we see here? We can see a fair value gap here. So is price allowed to reach here first, then reach for the 5-minute CB? Yes. So definitely it's pretty reasonable for expecting retracement. So if I'm in a trade right now, I'm just gonna shift my stop loss a bit higher to where? Like this CE wick here, CE wick and the fair value gap. I'm gonna shift it to maybe right here, which is 6430 something. Okay, yeah, nice retracement. So in this 5-minute fair value gap, there I can pop in the entry again, or see what is the stop loss there. Okay, or I can drop down 1 minute and see what is there. 3 minute we got a fair value. Okay, so right now the third trade made $22.5. Yeah, because just now the loss was $20, right? So now 22.5 minus 20, that's $2.5. Because so this 3-minute fair gap to this 15-minute CB, that can be a scalp. But yes, we will go down to 1-minute chart and see what this fair gap is in on the 1-minute chart. Because look at down here, there's nothing to be traded to, right? We already traded above the first presented fair value gap. Okay, so all here is balanced price win. There's nothing for price to even come down, but just go up right now. Okay, so this is the 1-minute chart on the 3-minute fair value gap. As you can see, 1 minute. Is there any fair value gaps here? No, nothing. The lower half there's nothing. That is a good sign to tell us that okay, this 3-minute fair value gap, it's not gonna stay fully filled. I don't want to see it. Because the lower half of the 3-minute fair value gap, there's nothing. Nothing here. No fair value gap. The only thing we have is what? Here. 1 minute fair value gap. Okay. And here is the first presented fair value gap also. Yeah, we traded through the 1 minute and the balance price change. So I want to see price start gravitating upwards. And yes, this is seen to me as order block. Okay. Right now it's already reached to the downside. How much it want to go down? There's no need already. Fair value gap, we trace inside just to reach for this fair value gap. Okay, right now I want to see price close above this CB, then I'm going to use it as enter as long. Because why? This is an order block. An order block right at the inversion fair value gap high. Got a lot of context here. Okay, very nice. We close above it. Then price straight into it. Bam, there we go. There we go. I will enter long there already. Yes. Here I've never entered the long, but I will enter long here. Okay. And what? 6431.25. Because if you see, because because look at that, dollar is still firm to the downside. Dow higher high. And Nasdaq is look at the fair value gap is holding inside above this first presented fair value gap. Okay. So so we are good to go. So this long definitely I'll take it. Okay, 643. Maybe I'll get filled at 6432 or something. I'm aiming for here. Okay, just a small trade. And right now, if I was still in the trade, right, the stop loss is gonna be placed to just right here. Okay, or right below the new opening range gap high. That means it's already at risk free trade right now. Okay, the 15-minute CB, come, let's go. There we go. Okay, so right now what I'm gonna wait for is I want to see how price is going to trade inside the 15-minute CB. This is going to be very important for me. And right now we reach in the 15-minute CB. Right now is the very chance that okay, I'm bearish. I want to aim for that sell side, right? The last Friday sell side that I was aiming for. Now it's only I can consider the idea because right now high time frame has reached for the 15-minute CB already. But if you look at 15-minute CB, the above here we got a BC also, and here we got a CB also. Okay, so here we got a 15-minute CB also. Okay, so right now there's a lot of things that we're gonna see. Will it reach for the frequent CB and go lower only? That means will we have rejection just at here, or will we? Or I want to see price not even reach to above half here because this is a balanced price range. Okay, here this is a balanced price range coinciding with this portion. I don't want to see price come back up to it. Okay, from here onwards, here is the sensitive price range. I want to see price have rejection inside this one to go lower. So we gotta be patient. Okay, yeah, here we got a fair value gap. So we definitely in 1 minute chart we want to see this act as inversion fair value gap later. But see how we're gonna trade into it first. So this is the 1 minute chart. So what we can see right here is we got a fair value gap right at the midpoint of the 15-minute fair value gap. So this is a very strong fair value gap. So here I can use this as short. Stop loss just place above the 15-minute CB high. Okay, very good, very good. At 1 hour chart, we got a CV as well. Right at the new week opening gap. Right at the new week opening gap, upper quadrant. Okay, here. This is also will be a very important family gap. But right now, what we can see is that this we traded into this fair value gap, displaced lower. This big candle in displacement. Okay, so right now I'm going to see these wicks also. Okay, I'm going to see all these wicks and this C wick, the lower quadrant, upper quadrant. Okay, on the 1 hour chart, that's what we can do. That's what we can use. Okay, 3 minute. Okay, so this fair value gap here, like I said, this fair value gap is going to be very important. Okay, at the 15-minute CB, at the 15-minute CB CE wick there. This one is very important. Okay, I'm going to expect price to trade lower from there. That's going to be a lowish entry. So definitely right now, it's looking at this chart. If you want it to be firm, what you're going to expect? What we're going to expect is this. I don't want to see upper half of it being traded into. So upper half of this 15-minute CB has rejection, a lot of reaction price. Okay, okay. So let's keep on going. Okay, so we traded above inside the 15-minute CB. Looks like it's rejection. Then we're forming a fair value gap right here. Looks like a displacement. Okay, this is a displacement, guys. So there we go. We have a displacement. Right now, what you do? Right now, what I'm going to do, wait for a fair value gap, and I'm going to use this fair value gap. Oh, it came back up fully. Is it going to come? Okay, very good. So right now, here is a displacement. Here's a fair value gap. Bam. Here, I can use it. I can enter here just at the CB high. Okay, or we can be patient and wait. Okay, so I just enter because I see that we literally come out to a fair gap and this one form this one and then go lower like that. So I enter short because we are inside this CB also. Yes, we're inside this CB also. This CB that has a lot of reaction right here. So right now we look at this PC, come up here, traded lower also. And then because we have this displacement, that's why I can trust it. Okay. Fulcrum point from here to here, -2 level is at the sell side that I'm aiming for. So let's see the price going to go lower. So actually my stop loss, right, I just need to place above that high. Above this high is better. I'll just place the stop loss above this high and I'm not going to touch it. Okay, I'm just going to submit to this trade. You guys get what I mean? That means at 6435. Okay, let's say I'm going to play a stop at 6435, entry 6430.5. So 4 point something point, no problem. I'm willing to take this risk. Okay, dollars pulling lower, that's not what you like to see, but dollars pulling lower, that's okay. Because dollar is pulling lower, okay, what's the sign? This is a sign for me to kill the trade and just wait for better entry. That's what we can do. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do right now. If it's the me now, I see this kind of trade, I'm just going to exit the trade because dollar is pulling lower. Because right now the risk is very small, the loss is very small. Okay, okay, I'll just close the trade right here when it's green. Or let me give me like 2 ticks or something. Then I'll just close the trade. You guys get what I mean? And wait until, and I'm gonna wait until dollars start consolidating, but not just displacement to the downside like that, you know. So that's what made me okay. I will just close the trade. I'm gonna wait for another fair value gap, because there's no harm to wait, you know. Where are we right now? We are at 6430.5, and the sell side is 6420.5. There's 10 points, and if you want 5 points, that's easy. Just be patient, man. Yeah, the me when trading this, unfortunately, I was not patient yet. But if you see the 15-minute chart, yeah, beautiful. We already retrace into it, and if things were to look firm now, and the sell side here super clean, it should start going lower, right? Yes. So definitely either the stop loss switch here be up there. Right now it's definitely just time distortion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait. I'm going to be patient. So you look at that. My stop loss is not jeopardized yet. Just waiting to see dollar. Okay, it's consolidating. Very nice. Okay, right now, let's wait. Yes, wait for another fair value gap. The next fair now, I will say this before it happen. Okay, and we'll see whether it happens or later. The next fair value gap that form is likely the good fair value gap to enter, and you will see it's gonna just pop and just all the way down to the sell side. Okay, because right now dollar is just consolidating. Okay, very good. Yes, this fair value gap that form, we're gonna use it. Let's look at dollar first. Nice displacement, but respected the new way opening gap low. Okay, look at dollar. Dollar is still consolidating. Very good. That means dollar leaving these few fair gaps open. Okay, it's gonna have one boom up. That's gonna aid us to just go down on Nasdaq and S&P. Reach for the sell side. Okay, so this is the 5-minute fair value gap, and you can see on 5-minute chart is support is holding the bodies. So that's what holding it at the moment. Okay, so why enter this fair value gap? Okay, can. If I enter at this fair value gap, because it hold above the new week opening gap here, so I'm not going to use this fair value gap. Okay, wait. But at the same time, look at this new opening range gap high. So am I going to use this fair value gap? Yes, I'm going to use this fair value gap. Okay. Stop loss has to be placed here, at the very least here. Don't see why, because it's here. The recent swing high. All these balance price chain, and this reclaimed CB. Okay, and this CB right here, and this BC. The stop loss here super safe. Okay, 6431.5. Let's say the entry is at 6429. Very small only, guys. I got dollar. Okay, it's okay. I'm fine holding this trade. Okay, so I decided to just close the trade at zero risk. Why is that? Because I say already, just now I didn't like one because Nasdaq was not showing firmness to downside also. So now, so I'm 2.5. Then this is just a risk free, become 3.5. So that's the fourth trade. Okay, so we're gonna have one last trade. Look at that beautiful reaction. Okay, but definitely this trade not very nice. But look, okay, so this is the nice fair value gap. Yes, this fair gap is the king, guys. It has been holding price so long already. But definitely right now the most easiest trade is if we can market structure shift below here. Because remember here is the first presented fair value gap. We can use that to reach lower. Okay. But right now I'm seeing because we traded into the 15-minute fair value gap and all these price action displacement lower everything. Especially this one. This is the most best fair value gap, man. Here, stop loss place here and just don't touch it. Let it do its own shit. Yeah, you guys see the thing? I would just enter at this fair value gap and my stop loss will just place here and I'll just be holding for the trade right now. Because based on the 15-minute chart, because this trade is based on what? Okay, because this trade is based on what? This trade is based on I don't want price to reach above the 15-minute CB anymore because it cleared buy side here, it cleared buy side here already, rejection, fair value gap, at the upper quadrant, new week opening gap, or lower quadrant, bam, lower, displacement, this fair value gap, bam, I'll take it, stop loss just place above here, bam. All this is just time distortion or whatever. I'm just gonna hold on to this trade only. Because you see, the candles close above it. No, it's still holding inside this fair value gap. Ah, so do you guys see it? Why I will use this fair value gap here? Yes, we wish in the fair value gap one more time, guys. One more time. There's opportunity again. Enter. 5 minute, nothing. 3 minute, volume imbalance. Volume imbalance, guys. So why price was going up? We want to reach into this volume imbalance. Yeah. So right now we know that's why I see high time frame. So what is this volume imbalance? 6432. So we're gonna see. Okay, so 6432. Yes, it's just reaching up for the shift in volume imbalance. And here BC inversion fair value gap. So why stall space above here? BC inversion fair value gap, CB, okay, and this new week opening gap lower quadrant. So that's why the 3 PD array. No. I'm Yes, right now dollar is sort of consolidating, not pulling lower yet, but Nasdaq is going lower already. Yes, this week, yeah, the same. Okay, we didn't even reach for it. That is firmness. Dollars pulling lower. That means you have to be more careful with your trade. Okay, don't touch it first. Wait for it to be symmetry. Because dollar's pulling lower right now. Okay, disqualify any short trades. Not going to do any short trades. Just be patient and wait. But if I'm in that trade and entered at that high, I'll just leave it. I know it's time distortion. Yeah, so you guys are gonna see. Stop loss was placed above here. Okay, stop loss was placed above here. It's okay. Look at this. What's the time? 10:46. Okay, 4 more minutes to the 10:50 macro. And 10:50 macro, I'm pretty sure is gonna spool down to the sell side. Because no matter how you look at it, right, the 15-minute chart is firm to the downside. Enter this fair value gap and it's hovering right now. Just time distortion. That's all. Because the fact that it didn't reach for the fair value gap inside, that shows firmness, guys. Okay, so what? I'll tell you what. Even if price reach here and I get stopped out, what I'm going to do? If it's reach here, if it reach here and you have strong rejection, I'm going to just enter at any green candles, any bearish order block. Because that means price is going to go down on it. Because if it reach up here, rejection lower, I will use any order block. Because it's going to reach for the sell side. Okay, so I choose to enter back at this fair value gap, reclaim fair value gap. Stop loss place over there. Nah, I'm going to play my stall at the swing high. It's okay. I'm going to place my stall at least above this buy side. That's the most safest one. And no, I'm just going to take at that sell side, man. Don't be pussy. Yes, Nasdaq. Want to see firm to the downside? Nice, nice, nice. Okay, it's retracement. Not really nice. But dollar is pulling higher already, so pretty okay. Yes, 10:50 macro. We are ready to roll, guys. Yes, yes. Okay, this is when I'm gonna expect immediate rebalance. Okay, why? A new opening range gap high, immediate rebalance. Okay, so let's see. Will it be immediate rebalance? Okay, very good. I write the same thing. Because dollars pulling higher, there is definitely immediate rebalance. I can just put another shot there. Okay. Yeah, dollars pulling higher. That come on, it's gonna come down here right now. Okay. Yes, now only we're in symmetry, so you can see where's the best rate for Nasdaq. Look at that. I know you guys cannot see here, but just look halfway here. There's a fair gap here, and this is the first presented fair. This is the first presented fair gap on Nasdaq. And right when dollar is being in symmetry with it, enter here, low risk entry. We are in symmetry. Bam, lose, lose. It's going to fly lower. Okay, for the sell side here. Okay. So immediate rebalance form when Nasdaq trade into this CB. That's so you guys seeing what I'm seeing here? Dollars pulling higher. This trade is going to run. Okay. Okay. First presented fair gap. I'm going to use it. Use it to enter. Or here got another fair gap. Is this traditional order for entry due? But I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to use the first presented fair value gap and just use it to trade lower. It's not probably going to just leave this fair value gap open. Okay. Okay. You ask me why. Okay. My answer to you why is because here we got the CE of new opening range gap. Okay. So CE new opening range gap, first presented fair value gap. I don't even want price to enter here. Even if it enter just like that, this will be institutional order flow entry due because everything is symmetry. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's the last chance. You pop there. Stop loss just placed right above here at the immediate imbalance, also no problem because it should shoot lower. So guys, this is the last trade that I did. Okay, let's again testing my speed again. Reaction time. Bam. Okay, so the fifth trade, which is a good trade, definitely. The fifth trade is a pretty good trade. So 25.25. So the last, even though it's all small, but 5 trades and still end up green. But as you can see, the first trade I was okay with it, pretty okay. But the second trade I'm not okay with it. I know why did I lost that trade. Okay. Okay, so this is institutional order flow entry due. Right now it's just the demo account, and this is the 5 minute chart. You can see 5 minute chart. We also reach into this fair value gap right here. Okay, blah blah. Anyway, all this is just time distortion. It show firmness right now with the 10-50 macro. It's gonna start pulling lower, guys. Trust me. Trust me. It's gonna start having big candles. Okay, look at that. What did I say? Pop and it start going lower. It's going to boom. Big candles here. Okay, look what I say. Ready for big booms, baby. You ready? Yes, I'm ready for big booms. You guys ready? Okay, the fact that it did that means not nice already. It should have big booms, man. Okay, guys, 5 minute we form a fair value gap here. So is this entry good? No, it's not good. Is my this entry good? No, it's not good because 5 minute got fair value gap right here. So definitely price can likely reach into this fair value gap first, then trading lower. But first, let's look at the lower time frame because remember my realization is that if a big fair value gap is formed right at lower time frame, we already reach into it, right? That fair value gap likely won't reach one. Okay, so let's have a look at 3 minute. Will you show me 3 minute chart, please? 3 minute, 3 minute. Okay, here we got a very nice first. We got a very nice fair value gap. Is this fair value gap definitely very influential? If we close below this fair value gap, definitely it's going to reach for. Okay, 1 minute chart. So this is the 5 minute. Where's the 5 minute CV? I cannot see the 5 minute CV here. Okay, dollars pulling lower, not good. Okay, dollars pulling higher now. So on even on 15 minute chart, things look in symmetry. Okay, yes, this is what we call a low resistant market, guys. Look at, yeah, here cannot see fully lah. Okay, I try to get it out lah. Okay, so if you see the 15 minute chart on dollar, bam, bam, forex, bam, bam, and what did we see on our Nasdaq and S&P? Okay, what do we see on our Nasdaq and S&P? S&P, bam, bam. So we are in symmetry. Understand? These are the kinds of time where big runs gonna come. Let loose, baby, kind of trade gonna come. Okay, it's gonna come, guys. Just wait. Just be patient. Because we're in the 10-50 macro, so it's gonna come. Okay, we probably traded into the 5 minute CB. Okay, this poke into it is probably a 5 minute CB lah. There we go. The 5 minute CB right here. Okay, right now we are allowed to shoot lower, guys. Right now, right now, we are allowed to shoot lower. Okay. Yeah, so my two contract that I entered just now under there, it wasn't a good one. Okay, should be patient. So right now, price this CE week has to reach here and shoot lower. It has to bam bam. Be in symmetry, guys. That's why you can start expecting all this kind of reaction, or don't even reach it. 3 minute, we got a fair value gap here. Dollars keep on running, raging higher. The sell side is still left open there. We're gonna reach for it, guys. Trust me. Nasdaq, we had a relative equal lows here also. There's no reason for it not to reach, guys. So many relative equal lows. We cleared buy side already. Buy side is already cleared, guys. Are you guys seeing this with me? Buy side cleared. Left all this sell side that's so fucking clean. And yet people can say, there's no such algorithm. Just kidding. It's gonna run. Okay, I say it's gonna run. Right now, look at the 1 minute chart. I want to see the 1 minute chart, and I'm gonna enter the first fair gap here. Show me 1 minute chart, guys. Come on. Okay, never mind. There's no 1 minute chart, but at here, the C of the first fair gap, I'm gonna press my short here. Stop loss. I'm gonna place above here. Yeah, I'll show you guys one time. I'm gonna enter short and right here. Stop loss. I'm gonna place above here. Let's say market entry, I get filled right here lah. No problem. Not a big deal. Yeah, that's what we're saying. Big candles. One more. It's gonna come. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be nice. Look at that. Look at that. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna go some more. Yes, some more. Some more. Some more. Let loose, baby. Boom. That's it. Done. Okay. So at the first minute fair value gap, we had a fair value gap here. So definitely, I will just press enter this. Okay. Especially this 5 minute fair value gap, we reach one time into it. Here, trade below here, I'm gonna enter the fair value gap here again. Okay. Because let's say I enter the first fair value gap here, get stopped out here. Okay, or when it close above here, I should close it, get stopped out, no problem. When it should below here again, when it close below the fair gap here again, okay, don't worry, I'll draw it nicely for you. When it close below this fair gap once again, when it close below here, the fair gap here, that is it. Enter here again, I'm gonna go in short one more time. Okay, and this is a 5 minute CE week, is it? Let's see. Okay, the 5 minute CE week that we draw just down. Okay, yes, guys. Fuck! Look at that. This is the 5 minute CE week. Okay, note this, note this. This is the 5 minute CE week. And just now, what did I say? I say price is to rub here, spool lower. So we're gonna just wait for entry at here. Okay, there's the last line for bearish. So look at the 3 minute chart. Bam, 3 minute chart touch the 5 minute CE week. This is the 5 minute CE week, guys. Here, this is the 5 minute CE week. Bam, bam. Look at that. Look at that, beautiful as fuck. And this is in the 1 minute chart. So this is the same old fair value gap, but here is the 5 minute CE week. So when it close below again, come up here again, I will just enter short and boom. Woo! Guys, look at that, beautiful. Here the sell side, and there we go. Okay, there we go. 5 minute fair value gap, 15 minute fair value gap, CE week dash. This is what happened in a low resistance market. Okay, it was just being held by time. There was just time distortion, that's all. So that's it, guys. Yeah, so that's it, guys. Yep, so that's it, guys. Today, that's the trade today. A very wonderful session, and yes, more than 1 hour time. But this time I'm all energetic talking about price, yeah, because of the time that I'm doing this trade review, and basically because it's just so beautiful seeing how the first presented fair value gaps, seeing how a low resistance market, and seeing the things that I didn't see when I was trading that day, which is the 28th of July. But now it's 2nd of October of November, me taking this video, and I just see so many things, man. It's like wow. Like I know why did I lose that trade, and right now I know this trade is holdable. Why? Because this 15 minutes CB here, just touch into it, boom, 5 minute fair value gap. This will be the best trade. Okay, so to be honest, yes, this will be the best trade. All the chops, yeah, you can enter on top there and just let it be. But the one that enter here and start moving lower, and this is the unicorn. CE week smash. Here the last Friday sales, like, so what I want to say is that this is just talking to myself, like right now it's November already. I've seen so many progressions in my trading. Because I look back at the chart, if it's the now me and I want to go short, I will wait until the 15 minute CB price at least need to touch it. It will definitely go up there and show me some rejection. That's what I want to see. Yeah, that's really important. If high time there's a fair value gap and reasonable for retracement, you wait for that. then only you see how price react there and price displays from there, then you can enter there and then bam, you just get it. Why today I keep on expecting big candle, big candle, big candle? Because it's literally in symmetry. Okay, guys, finally I found it. Look at this. Euro CB fair value gap. Dollar BC fair value gap. And our indices CB fair value gap. Okay. Nasdaq, that's why Nasdaq is the one causing a high resistance. But guys, you guys get the idea. That is fine. Today, it's a fucking low resistance, beautiful day. And yes, Nasdaq was what causing the price action to be not so beautiful today. But in the end, we still got it, right? Anyway, yeah. So that's it for today's video, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Woo! Today's so long. So hi guys, welcome to another trade view. Yeah, before I start my trade view, I want to tell myself, Ian, stop wasting time scrolling YouTube, okay? Today the basic thing is that right after finish trading, I start scrolling YouTube. So my eyes really pain right now. So anyway, so yeah, today basically I did like 5 trades and today is an update. Today I got like $21.25 in profit. So yes, 5 trades. So that means I'm not going to talk about all the trades right here, okay? But in general, today is basically a high resistance. And then, so at first we are at all-time high on the daily chart, and we literally get higher. The new opening gap was a big one, and then when I open the charts, right, I was seeing that okay, so it's on the 15-minute chart. We have a 15-minute CV, and it's reasonable to expect a retracement back into the 15-minute CV. But at the same time, we might defer reaching lower into the last Friday PM sell side, which we also have a 15-minute BC in the RTH, regular trading hours. So that was ultimately the draw to the downside because seeing how firm price is and S&P has filled up the whole new opening gap as well. So I waited for the first presented fair value gap, and so the first trade was using it to short and to reach lower, and I was just aiming for 5 windows, okay? And then what made me close the trade is that when I was seeing the 15-minute chart, I just measured the focal point. Yeah, I used the quick measurement levels to get standard deviation, and I just saw that 6424.25. Okay, this price level was the negative 1.25 retracement level that I measured using the Fibonacci, and at the same time, it is also a very reasonable. It is called the retracement level. Okay, usually all the quadrants level are the retracement levels. Okay, so it was reasonable to expect retracement because on 15-minute chart it was obvious as well. Like what is obvious? It is reasonable for price to reach up to the 15-minute CV. At least that was my first trade idea when I see the charts first time. Okay, so but at the same time, the 4-hour chart we have the BC as well. So I just will use the first presented fair value gap, went short there, and then when I realized that okay, we rejected at the 1.25 retracement level, so that is where I tell myself that okay, and I did 2 trades before that, and so I gained insights from each loss. Yes, for both of the trades. The first trade or the second trade, I did not hesitate to close the trade when I feel I lose the pot, and you can see I managed to trade really well. So keep on reducing the risk. So after both of it didn't turn out because basically Nasdaq. So today we are in a high resistance because Nasdaq was just being really stubborn. Yeah, Nasdaq was the one most prone to the upside one. And in Forex, Euro USD
we can see a very clean buy side, and in dollar we can see a very clean sell side. Okay, so based on forex on the higher time frame chart, it just looks like forex want to go higher and dollar want to go lower. So basically, if I'm gonna expect lower prices in this is it's definitely going to be more high resistant. Okay, and the fact that Nasdaq was really stubborn today made it a high resistance. So I was aware of it, and then when I just gained an insight that okay, we're going to retrace up right now, so I decided to just wait for body to close above the first united fair gap, and as it retraced into it, I press buy. Okay, I press buy and I just got like 80 ticks, which is 4.5 handles, because before before the 15-minute CB we have the lower quadrant of the new week opening gap. So I want to take profit at the lowest hanging fruit, and that is why I took at 18 ticks. And yeah, that's what it. So I was able to recover my drawdown, and at that point I was saying to myself, okay, I'm going to stop right now and just going to study the whole session, and I want to see does it reach for the sell-side experience for, because you see we have already traded up into the 15-minute CV, so right now there's no reason for price to go up anymore. So after price trades into the 15-minute and 5-minute CV, we had a displacement lower, and that's when I decided to trust the trade again. Went short, and then along the way, price action was not doing what I like to see. Especially, I was thinking that I want to see bodies close below the new opening gap. So there's a couple of times we reached there, but it didn't do it, and I was feeling not really nice with the trade idea already. So I didn't close it, and the first time I end up getting reverse on me, but I managed the risk very well, so the risk is really small. And then for the next one, which is the last trade, I use that same CV that had displacement as context, and at the same time I use Nasdaq form a CV and the displacement, but there is no CV and displacement. There's no CV in S&P, and dollar will start going higher, and it was near the 1050 it was at the 1050 macro rate, so we can start expecting schooling, because the AM session from 10 to 11 was just really fickle. So that is when lunch hour you can see big and nice energetic movement. So during the 1050 macro, so what I did was I went there and give a proposal. Okay. So yeah, the 15-minute chart. Shit, I lost my thoughts. My trail of thought is lost because it's not. Because I'm too sleepy with. Let me think. Uh, yeah. No, I just had a kind of thing really. So yeah, for the last trade, we had displacement, we had fair value gap, and then I was just aiming for again lowest hanging fruit, and I think I got like 16 ticks this time. Yeah, and yeah, that is basically it. So based on the last trade, so in the end, so after that, after I exit the trade, you can see, so I exit the trade at one tick above the CE of the new opening range gap, because I'm going to be right, I'm going to be profitable, and that is why. Okay, so and after that you can see during the 11:30, I think it's 11:30 or earlier than it, okay, you just can start seeing, already like move the floor and really to shake. Then my brain is tired right now. That's why I'm saying all fucking nonsense. So let me think. Okay. Yeah, so okay, so basically that's it. So for the last trade, got I managed to reach very well also, and just got a 16 ticks. But then you can see price literally keep on going lower, reaching the target that I was expecting, which is the 15-minute VC, and also the previous day high, and that was the end for me really, okay. So I managed to recover my drawdown, I managed to be profit. And today how I feel trading so many trades. I was just trying to submit to the price action, not really seeing so much so on the how many ticks is it right now. Yeah, I'm not seeing all those. Every time I just see whether I'm every time. Oh shit. So yeah guys, that's it for today. As you can see right now, I'm tired already. I also don't know what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's it guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay? Yes, I'm very sleepy now because it's the 12:30. Good night. Good night guys. So it has been, yeah, so right now I've reviewed my trading model, and I'm just going to make some attempt at the lowest hanging fruit. Don't care, it's 3 points because August is coming, so August is going to be more nimble, and if it's not August, going to just consistency to profitability. I'm not going to stray from it this time. Okay, consistency to profitability is my goal, and I'm going to make sure it happens. And I'm going to recall from my drawdown the same way, guys. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next one.